Hello, hello. This week's episode is brought to you guys by Baby Nuptials, the best thing to ever happen to a gay man. You want a man's dick and his nut, but just not the man? Get you a baby nuptial.
So do they have a website or Insta or
talk to your local lawyer? Call Phaedra Park. She ain't got no lawsuits going on.
First of all, she was talking about Candy. I don't know where this lawsuit from him came from, and then she was sitting on
in all of the fucking meetings. She done gave the contact information. She was at the meeting. Somehow, I don't want to be in none of this. Then get your ass out of here. Not be in the middle of none of this.
I cannot wait until it's addressed at the reunion because I know Candy is going to have so much to go on, so much to go off of. I don't know, just
yikes.
I don't have nothing.
I have nothing, in the famous words of Whitney Houston.
Icebreaker time.
So this week's icebreaker, we're going to reach into some nostalgia, or maybe some early years if you a young girl. Escape recently just got back together and gave a whole bunch of us 80s babies our wish to see Escape back together, and hopefully they have some good music. Hopefully everybody...
Speaking of Candy, shout out to Candy.
Back at Candy. This is going to be a candy-coated night with no toys.
Yeah, sign me up.
So they just got back together, and everybody's been happy about seeing them in the studio and stuff like that. Let's hope great stuff come out of it, because we don't need no flops. A la Riley Burris. So let's hope for that. But what kind of get together would you want to see of a group that used to be together, that used to slay or not slay, and you want to see them get back together one more time just for the road, maybe go on tour, maybe put an album out, just do a little something.
Okay, so this might be bad, or because the girl passed away, she was drinking wine and she fell on and broke her neck on the glass or something. Like the glass got into her neck and she died. She bled to death before the ambulance could come. But I was really excited for Brownstone to get back together.
Oh yeah.
The group that was discovered by Michael Jackson. Grapevine is my jam. 5 Miles to Empty. My heart is running low. I need a good man to fill me up. I was like, yes, Brownstone. I need a man to fill me up too. And it was just 3 girls, and they said like a whole Mississippi man.
Don't let him fill you up too much. We got a lot of flack for HIV and syphilis last week, so don't let him fill you up too much.
It's shade, but yes. And so I know that we don't like Nisa Gilbert on R&B Divas, but I really
Nikki Gilbert.
I really enjoyed Brownstone's music, and I was actually listening to what was I listening to? Baby Love today.
Oh yeah,
I love Baby Love. If I had you, Baby Love, you mean everything to me. Baby, something I do.
I think that was one of the groups that just had so many personalities that they just was gonna crash. It wasn't gonna last too long. They just had so much going on. Everybody had their own shit.
Well, you crushed my dream, but right now I'm just the group I want to get back together. Who's the group you want to see?
It is cliche, and
Lord.
probably it is cliche, and I don't care. Fuck y'all.
Sure.
I would like to see Kelly, Michelle, and Beyonce do something else this year.
It's the 20th anniversary of Destiny's Child.
It is the 20th anniversary of Destiny's Child. Michelle damn sure ain't doing nothing right now. Kelly, I wanted this new album to be great, and I wanted you to be great, but you just not giving me no cause to feel that way right now.
Shout out to her new group, June's Diary. Maybe they can open the tour.
Yeah.
Or that would be really good.
June's Diary opening for Kelly, Michelle, and Beyonce, because obviously they're not getting ready to call it Destiny Child because we're not trying to give Matthew Knowles no money.
Child.
But something cute for the summer. You don't got to go on like full tour. Beyonce, you ain't got to give them all your time. Just give them June, July, and August.
But you know what? That would be so good because, after Blue, she did 90 Days and she was on that stage in Vegas.
Yeah.
Or was it Atlantic City? I think it was
Atlantic City.
I was going to say the Beyonce fans going to woo. But it would be really great if she had the twins and then 90 days after that announced, like, we're going to be here. And it's like 3 of y'all. Oh my God, I need to call the Red Man because I'm going to have to.
And they can even invite LaToya to 1 or 2 of the shows. LaToya's new single and new video is really hot. I love it. And she's got a new look. She's cute and stuff. She's always a new color.
Yes.
So that nostalgia, bring that back. Like I said, at least 2 of the 3 of them girls ain't doing nothing right
LaToya is
now.
a Grammy Award winner.
I'm not talking about
for her work on The Writings on the Wall. You're gonna have to deal with that.
I don't have to deal with it. Shit.
Moving on to pop culture.
So, right now, in pop culture, there is a serious story, especially in the DC DMV area, that is not getting as much traction as it really should be getting. There are 501. Hear me again, one more again. 501 missing girls.
30.
No. 501 missing girls in the DC area, as reported by NBC4 News and Brit & Co.'s website. There are 501 girls that have been missing and reported missing since the beginning of 2017. We are almost 4 months into the year, and no one knows. There's a lot of speculation about human trafficking and stuff like that, but no one knows what's going on. There was an attempt from the CBC, the Congressional Black Caucus, reaching out to Jeff Sessions and asking him to open up a Department of Justice, DOJ, probe, and to no avail. So if you are interested in these kind of issues, make it known. Get on social media and talk about it at Jeff Sessions, even though he don't really operate his Twitter. People around him operate his Twitter. We should be talking more about the 500 missing girls in our area. The Bring Our Girls Back campaign was a huge one that I was a part of way back in the day. When
it was
we were
a
talking
success.
about,
they found a lot of them.
Yeah, they found most of them. The ones that they didn't find, unfortunately, were dead. But when Boko Haram terrorized and kidnapped girls throughout and across Africa, us in America were up in arms. We created a hashtag. Everyone was talking about it for a few months, and then it died down. So we can at least do the same thing for girls here in America, especially girls here in the D.C., Maryland, and Virginia area.
I know that there was a recent video online about a girl who was walking home from school, and a man was following her. I forget where I think it was around this area. And the girl walked up to a store. She saw a security camera, and thank God that she got the man on camera. And then she put out her phone to call somebody, and the guy walked away.
Yeah,
and stuff like that. And it was somebody was like, "Hey," some lady was passing out postcards for a job interview, and saying, "Hey, go down like some steps," because like there's a lot of brownstones with downstairs and things. She was saying to take this postcard for an interview and go down an alley, go down the stairwell to a brown. She was saying go down something to somewhere. And they were like, "So, girl, what are you hiring for, girl? Because, I'm just a security guard. And so if y'all are hiring for nurses at the hospital, that ain't going to be I should just not waste your time." But the lady would never say what the job interview was for. It was like so many weird things have been going on around this area. And since the girls are missing, people have been coming out with other this seems to be just as weirdly related to that.
Yeah, I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything like that most of the time. But this is too coincidental for girls under the age of 21. And so they're still calling them girls. And so even though some of them between 18 and 21 are adults, below the age of 21 is the most trafficked age in the world, in South America in particular. So for that demographic to be the ones that are missing 4 months into this year, almost 4 months into this year, raises a lot of questions and a lot of eyebrows. So definitely get involved. Look it up. NBC4 wrote an article on it, and it's on Brit & Co.'s website as well.
How do you move on from that?
You don't move on from it.
Wow.
You talk about some other girls. So the other girls that I want to talk about this week in pop culture are Rue's girls.
Oh, shout out RuPaul's Drag Race Season 9 started. And I posted on RonaldMatters.com this week that they're already casting Season 10. I'm so excited. They barely let the paint dry. Girl, they barely painted the walls with Season 9, and they're already ready for Season 10.
Well, Rue said he paid the light bill over at Logo. Apparently, he tried to pay the light bill over at VH1 as well, and I'm not mad at him. But my early thoughts and special favorites are Valentina. I always live for a Latina queen that is beautiful, poised, has her shit together, and also looks good as a boy. Those are always my favorites. So Valentina is one of my early favorites. I love Kimora Black. I love a passable drag queen that's gorgeous, that knows she's gorgeous, that has attitude. And I also even love Eureka. This is like one of the first big girls that I liked.
What do you like about her?
I don't know. I think she's funny. She's a put together big girl. She's shady, but she's a put together big girl. So a lot of the other big girls that have come over the last 9 seasons, some of them, most of them, they just, for me, I know there's some big girl fans out there. There's nothing wrong with that. Y'all can be fans of them. I just was not. They just weren't as put together or polished enough for me to represent a brand.
Well, I was watching, I think, like the Drag Queen Carpool, and she was saying, like, she does her best to make sure that she does looks that people was like, wow, I can't believe a big girl is doing that.
Yeah.
So I was enamored by it because of what I've seen so far. I mean, I do admit that her promo picture, I was like, a girl with this Jimmy Neutron wig.
Yeah, I didn't like her promo picture, but I liked what she served on the first episode.
Yeah, and Gaga lived for it, but I think that was after she cried. I don't know if that's a spoiler alert, but after she cried.
If you haven't seen the first episode of Drag Race by now, shoot yourself in the foot.
Shout out to Shea Coulee because I think her promo picture is sickening.
Yeah,
but I haven't seen that, like the finish of the makeup.
It didn't translate into this first episode,
and it didn't go well on video. And RuPaul said, and Matthew Anderson, who does RuPaul's makeup and clothing, Matthew Anderson and RuPaul both agreed that you have to paint differently for when you're on video. You have to paint differently for when you're taking in high def photos. And so the girls don't know that. But now that I've seen like 9 seasons of RuPaul's Drag Race, when they call you and say, girl, you're going to be on television, you need to be going down to the Met counter. What looks good on video? What translates? Because they were reading the girl from Brooklyn, Aja, she was getting red because her makeup. And they was like, girl, how long you been doing drag? Oh, 6 years, confident. Oh, the designer, this made it.
And she was famously from Brooklyn. And they were like, oh, she's the biggest name in Brooklyn. I'm like, Brooklyn don't have no more drag talent?
Girl, she the biggest name in South Memphis. I mean, like, you know, this just like saying Juicy J or DJ Paul or Gangsta Boo is like the hottest thing coming out of Memphis. I'm like, all of Memphis? Girl, you got to represent.
Shout out to Yo Gotti. So, the cliffhanger, spoiler alert, if you have not seen the episode, whatever, fast forward for the next 2 minutes of this podcast because I'm getting ready to spoil the fuck out of it.
Spoiler alert.
So, at the end of the episode, it is teased that RuPaul is going to bring back a 14th queen. And
Beyonce.
I'd go with that, but she don't have time. So, I think my pick is Kenya Michaels. Kenya Michaels is dark enough and short enough for the silhouette that we saw of the 14th Queen walking up the steps. And I think Kenya Michaels deserves another run. She was sickening. She was fierce. She was talented beyond. And hopefully she speaks a lot more English this time if it's her.
In Jesus' name. Well, I think, what did I tell you? I thought Serena Chacha? Because Serena Chacha, when she came in, she was in fashion school or something she had going on, and she was just getting into drag, and she didn't have all of her things together. But after Drag Race, Serena Chacha came out with like lots of videos. She came out with a wig line. I think she came out with a makeup line. She had came out with so many things and was doing so many things and was doing great at them. And so I was like, I really would like to see Serena Chacha. I don't think that body, when they were doing the boots, and then they were doing the bottom up camera glance and doing the shade. It's like, I don't think that this, because Serena Chacha is very real. But I don't know, maybe she pays like Morgan Michaels now. So I don't know, because Morgan just started padding like Nina Bonita Brown, and I was like, but y'all don't. It's not genetically.
You can't have hips like that. You can't have ass like that. Boom.
We love Morgan.
Tell Iggy Azalea that with her new cemented ass.
First of all, she did one little booty bounce. So how long was we on set? How long were we
trying to get that one moment?
Okay.
But anyway, wrapping that up, I'm excited for this new season. Rue has pushed the boundaries of drag forever. 1, himself, and 2, on the show, and 3, now allowing trans girls to be on the show. We have our first actual open transgender person on the show before they
Kodak Black isn't trans. I'm just asking because she look real fish. Kodak is Black is real fish. I live. She give me what I need.
They said tilapia is real fish too.
Pheromone is real fish.
Pheromone is
a lot
real
of
fish.
real fish on this season.
There's a lot of real fish on this season. After season 8 of everybody saying it was a whole bunch of ugly girls.
James Mansfield.
She was supposed to be on season 8, huh?
And she don't even.
No shade. I'm sorry.
She don't even paint for the stage. She don't paint for a photo, a stage. She don't paint even for it to leave the house.
I mean, I think she's a cute character, but I just don't see her. I think she's like one of the first 3 that's gonna leave. I have no idea. Like, she has no staying power. She has no. I mean, she does have personality, but she's too
nervous. She uses the personality as a crutch. It's not a Alyssa Edwards personality where it's like, girl, this is me and I give you this. It's I'm nervous and I'm just gonna pretend to be a 1950s housewife, and I was gonna say a sex kitten, but.
And shout out to all the girls with surgery on this season, because their surgery looks good. We've had some past seasons where surgery was questionable.
Well, we're gonna need Sheree to make sure that she pay all of her bills, her surgery bills, her house note bills, Bob's sweat gland bills, something, child. Because right now her house, according to straight from the A.com, is up for how many? $348,404.48 in debt. And according to straight from the A, it says the chateau is still unlivable. You tongue pop better than me. Woo. So it was said that one contractor was suing her for $26,000 for things that she needed to pay, and then she turned around and owed a landscape artist over $10,000. So when the Atlanta people came to see if her house was livable or not, so she can get the can you call it? So you can move in and live there.
The permit. You have to have a permit, a residency permit. So she had to pay $10,000 according to straight from the A.com, a landscape designer came out and put $10,000 worth of work in to make it look like this is how the landscape around the chateau should look. And she hasn't paid that bill. And plus this other contractor, according to straight from the A, is saying that the contractors are demanding she move out of the house or sell it in order to pay all of the bills that are owed on it. Well, in the year of our Lord and Savior,
is it the year of the rabbit? Or is it the year of the mouse?
Fat rabbit, probably.
Yeah.
And also the year of 45. Yeah, you can have contractors and not pay them. Fuck it. Shit. He did it.
What?
Donald Trump has had plenty of contractors.
Oh, child, you done pulled Donald Trump about that. What?
45
Ooh, that went left.
Represents him because he's not my president.
Okay.
And he won't be.
All right.
So, I mean...
You don't have no comment?
Shout out to her. I mean, I guess if you in Atlanta, you might as well learn how to stun on them levels and get you a house and hopefully keep it.
Or maybe you just do the work because you want to be free publicity when you sue her. I'm like, so I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do this for Chateau Sheree. I'm going to install a mirror and she's not going to pay me the $20 install fee, and then I can sue her, and then the Atlanta blogs will cover it because of course Sheree owes everybody money, and that'll be publicity for my mirror install company.
I don't know if that's the right publicity that they want. They kind of want publicity of look, we do good work, we finish on time. That's
a celebrity hired them and didn't pay, and so
who's a celebrity? Who said that?
Real Housewives of Atlanta. Even though y'all throw jokes, I mean, it's not like you are Tommy on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Dun, 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 dun.
Shout out to Kirk. So I watched
I have not watched it. It just makes me so fucking sick because they're acting now. It's not even close to reality TV anymore.
Jocelyn admitted in court, because she had to go to court last year, and she admitted that there is some acting in Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
It's not even because the last season you could tell, but it was just a little entertaining, so you still watch for the mess. But this just is so contrived. If your husband is already known for cheating on you, so I guess she already over that. But now your husband got a baby and a whole nother girl that he paying for her apartment in the same building as you, and you not whooping his ass or leaving. No. It's
you definitely haven't seen the last episode.
It's a stage. I didn't want to.
There's more than one girl.
All the more reason that this is a fuck. Who? If one of the listeners out there, if you could be that girl, please comment below and tell me that you could be that girl for Kirk Frost. If there is one of you.
You said he was tall and he smelled good when you met him
He
in
do,
Atlanta.
but I'm still not that girl. I'm not that girl or that boy for that. No. It's all kind of niggas that's tall and smell good. The niggas is a dime a dozen. Spit, throw a rock, and you can find a nigga that's tall and smell good. Find a nigga that's tall and smell good is not fucking girls and keeping them in apartments below you. That's the key. Major key.
So since we're not gonna be playing with Kirk, I guess we'll be on Pornhub. On RunnerMatters.com, I posted the headline says Big Black Dick is on Gay Pornhub is most searched for in these 15 states. And it has 293 shares, so y'all were definitely interested in Big Black Dick being shared around the United States. And Pornhub says for the first time they are looking at the Americans who account for nearly 40% of their 60 million daily visitors.
Yikes.
So what's 40%? My math bad. So that's like 35 million, 40 million. So 40 million would be more than 50. But anyway, so a lot of people.
He didn't study that at University of Memphis.
I didn't. I studied communications and writing. But anyway, so shout out to all of the southern states, all of the red states in the South being definitely states where like Alabama, Tennessee, I think
they don't have enough actual big black dick available to them, so they had to Google it.
Georgia's got a lot of BBC running around. Illinois, Louisiana definitely has some BBC running around, and they are definitely looking for it online as well. Michigan is not in the South, but can you guess what their
I don't know, because there's a lot. I don't know.
Some states had like glory holes, BDSM. What state was it had searched for college roommate? I think it was like
I can see Michigan more like a college roommate because it's a lot of colleges and it's a lot of college towns in Michigan. But I don't know if they would have been in the big black dick search.
That was South Dakota. Sorry, it wasn't Michigan. College roommates. I guess they.
Oh really?
That's when they get to explore.
Yikes.
So BBC is also popular in Michigan.
BBC is popular everywhere. One, I don't care what this website says. You can't go to another state in the union where BBC. Actually, you can't go to a country in the world where BBC ain't popular. Most people want some. Most people have had some.
Well, Latino meat is popular in Texas, New Mexico, and Nevada. So BBC, they're searching for big Latin cock. How do you even? I don't even know what the acronym is because I can't compute.
Que paso?
In Iowa, the most searched term is glory hole. So I don't know what they're doing. I guess because Iowa is so.
I'm
clean.
not yucking y'all yums, but glory hole is like I don't want to stick my dick through a hole and hope that something is on the other side pleasurable.
Okay, so can you guess which state has the largest amount of visitors?
This Pornhub visitors?
Gay Pornhub visitors. They could put in gay.pornhub or whatever
I'm gonna pick somewhere random like Oklahoma.
Washington, D.C., where you sitting right now. Number 1. And number 2 is New York.
These places with all of the gay sex, people are on Pornhub the most.
Florida is number 3, Mississippi number 4, and Louisiana number 5.
I can definitely see in Mississippi ain't shit to do out there but be on Pornhub. But I guess. All right.
States with the lowest visitors, number 1 lowest visitor is North Dakota, so I guess everybody is Mormon over there. I don't know.
They just don't have no internet connection up there.
Montana, South Dakota, and Idaho are also. I was like, because I wonder why I never been to like Gay Pride in Idaho. Gay Pride, South Dakota. Like you hear about Miami, you hear about Texas, Louisiana. You even hear about Latino Oasis over in Cali. But like once you go up there towards like Washington State, like does Seattle even have a pride? No.
Yes, Seattle does have a pride.
They do?
Yeah, Seattle and Portland have prides.
Oh, great! I would love to go to the Seattle one. I've always wanted. Which Elian Harris book was it where it was based in Seattle, and it rained a lot, and it was about Basil, I believe.
Basil was in like almost all of the
because Basil had money, he was fine. So
Basil was such a whore. I love Basil. Basil was my spirit animal and is the reason that I am the nigga I am today. And Yandy, but we're not going into that.
But yeah, so there was something popular on RunnerMatters.com. What do you have for sexual health?
So, sexual health.
Oh Lord, I'm nervous.
One, I'd like to address someone that was commenting on the things that were said last week.
Why can't you just talk about something new?
I'm going to. I'm about to talk about something new, but I gotta amend hoes first.
Don't call my friend a hoe.
I don't know what his name is. But there was 1.1 million people that died from HIV in 2015. 2016 numbers are not confirmed yet. 1.1 million people died. Over 17 million people diagnosed with HIV, and then 1.1 million of them died in 2016. That's not an opinion. That's not an alternative fact. That is just a fact. So, the next time you tell me that HIV is not important and it's not more important than syphilis, do your Googles. So, the next thing that we want to talk about in sexual health is this rage of not washing. I don't know how we became a
what?
Exactly. A society
What?
that does not value cleanliness. Cleanliness is next to godliness. I have seen from my own eyes, one, and heard from other people that have had sex with other people recently, and after the situation was finished, people just pull their pants up, pull their drawers up, and go about their business to whatever else is next.
Pay no Brexit concerts after this.
Pay no never mind to, washing your ass off a little bit, washing your dick off a little bit, washing your hands at a minimum.
Get the area between the balls and the hole.
So I guess we finally made the leap from, okay, you gotta wash your ass before you go have sex. Now we got to tell you to wash your ass after you have sex. Ass and or dick. This is not bottom nor top specific.
Well, I mean, if it's a good long round, your hole is going to be sweaty as well. If you put in your work right.
Sure. So, this week in sexual health, I encourage you to, if you're not doing it yourself, make sure other people are doing it for you. There's nothing wrong with telling your partner, hey, go give me a rag and you wipe this up. You made this mess.
I like, oh, that's sexy.
Yeah. It is extremely unsanitary to not be putting soap, hot water, and rag to your ass and dick after sex. But it is a breeding ground for germs and also heightens the possibility of transmitting STIs. So, wash your things often, before and after.
I don't have anything to say to that. So I guess I should just move on. Like, how do I move on from that?
You move on for that by telling them what you are here for.
What I'm here for this week is,
or not here for.
Oh, great! Because I was gonna say what I'm here for this week is actually child breathing. It's spring, allergies is bad. I'm not here for that, but I'm able to breathe a little bit. This is my first whiff of it. So if allergy season. What I'm not here for this week, and it has happened to me multiple times. This is definitely the third time. So I was like, you know what? I'm mad about this. This is the first time. I'm about them. I might be dramatic. The second time, I was like, oh, I missed an appointment that I could have had. And
what kind of appointment?
I can't help this. I really,
doctor's appointment?
I wiped front to back. Anyway. Then the third time it happened this past weekend, I was like, you know what? I'm not here for this. I'm not here for this. Like, somebody text me, just landed in D.C. Where you at? Let's meet up. I was in my just run to the store to get some cookies and come back to the house outfit.
Your house coat and bonnet.
Yeah, really, literally, seriously, truly. And it was cold outside. It was DC this Saturday was 75 degrees. DC Sunday, it was 45 degrees. Yeah. And I was like, well, I'm just going to run to the store right quick.
DC weather's not here for you. Write that down.
And then the housewives is about to come on. I'm just about to get my snacks. And I'm about to go sit in the house. And so he was like, oh, yeah, I'm here for a conference, which should have been my signal. At the fancy university, we're staying at the Marriott. And I was just like, you know what? I want to be a good person because the last two times
I Christian woman
missed things and I should have, because the last time, it didn't turn out too well. when I was surprised when somebody was in the city. So I was like, I'm going to be a good person this time.
He had BBC come and visit him.
But what I'm not here for is like, and then you want to hang out, and then you want to meet up at the Marriott, at the fancy places, and then you want to go do something fancy because you're in town. You want to see the best of the best. I'm like, bitch, you don't even know if this is a pay week for me. If this is not a pay week, I mean, I can take you to McDonald's. I can't take you to, because every time I go to Nelly's, I have never left Nelly's and not spent a minimum of $60 alone in drinks. You don't know if I got like training at work this weekend, and definitely if I work a 6th day, the 7th day the 6th day after I get off work, I'm gonna rest. I don't want to see you. Sorry about it. Love you. Damn, boots and bangles.
Genesis. You
don't know if I'm planning to binge watch House of Cards. Grace and Frankie season 3 just came out. You don't know what I have to do. I have a whole life outside of you. So don't hit me up when you get to the city. Oh, the first dude, my appointment that I missed, he was like, yeah, I guess you don't follow me on Facebook no more. I posted it on Facebook. I'm friends with 2,376 people on Facebook. If Facebook did not deem it important for you to be at the top of my news feed, you are not on the top of my mind. Oh, well, you could be on top of me. I would love it. But
actually, that one you probably would.
So, but just because you post something on Facebook, just because you show up in my city and you ready to go, then I mean I'm dushed and ready to go, or that I'm ready to go swipe my card for you, or that I don't have other things planned. That I'm in your city. What's up? Cut it out. Start telling people, girl, I'm planning the trip April the 3rd through the 7th. It's gonna be a stunt, and it's okay. I'm a stunt girl. Yes, a lot of things that I've done in my life have been a stunt. And people who know me know that.
And we're going to forecast future stunts.
Definitely, because I'm trying to go to Penn Relays weekend next month in Philly. And I'm like, this is going to have to be a stunt. Let me see who couch I can sleep on. But I'm still going to be at all the parties. The blogger Ronald Meadows was present. Hello.
Absolutely.
But I'm not here for it. Main point, I'm not here for it. Wrapping it up.
And I'm definitely not here for it as well. I will co-sign that. Not here for it.
I'm here. What you doing? I'm finna come over there. No, you not. He in the bed, sleep. And I'm cooking him breakfast when he wake up. So I mean, I'm gonna talk to you next week.
People aren't mindful of other people and or mindful of their time. So when you make those last minute adjustments, we not friends. Again, I go back to the friends and acquaintances argument. If we was friends, I would have knew when you knew that you was coming here, not when you got turned down by 7 other niggas and then I became your last resort. So since I'm your last resort, find you another nigga because they'll be your last resort. So I'm definitely not here for it as well.
Shout out to you having my back. I like this. It's sexy. Take your shirt off. I like muscles. Oh, they turn me on.
I'm naked on Instagram. You can find me on
You
Instagram.
Always reference this damn Instagram. You got 3 little followers. So you think you something.
I am naked on Instagram.
In other news.
There's plenty of places for me. So what I'm not here for is hypocrisy.
I don't know what that is.
HYPOCRISY.
You love spelling shit out for the girls. Come on, look him. What the fuck? I gotta spell it out. Spell check on her album Naked Truth.
I want her to. Never mind.
Hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy. Live in your shit. And don't change your shit for the moment. So there is a young lady in these United States of America that is Latina.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Kaya.
Kaya is a young lady in these United States of America.
Anyway, main point, I'm supposed to listen.
She's not. I'm here for her.
Go through it, friend. Go through it. Okay, I'm going to stop interrupting.
So anyway, this is a young lady in these United States of America who voted for Donald J. Trump against her own interest, one, being a Latina. Then caped for his ass all over the news, all over any radio station would talk to her about her voting for Donald Trump and being a proud supporter. Then this week, her husband went to go and register his papers as an immigrant and found out that he was about to be deported. And within 24 hours, she has changed her tune to say that she can't believe that her husband is about to be deported. She voted for Donald Trump, and this is not what she voted for, and this and that, and blah, blah, blah. Miss Young Lady,
Bye,
come to the front of the church, we have a prayer for you.
You got a prayer for her? No, we don't, girl. We got a damn ICE representative up here to deport her ass too, child.
Figure out what are your values and stick to those values. Don't change them when it becomes convenient for you and your situation. So right now it's not convenient for you and your situation that you and your husband is facing deportation, not necessarily you yet. But now it's convenient for you to be a liberal and to be standing on the other side of the cause and resist and all of this wonderful shit. But then the whole goddamn back in November, you was caping for this non-president, and now you on the other side of the ticket. So I'm not here for it.
That's so sweet.
I'm not present. I am not in that formation.
Not accounted for, girl.
I am not accounted for.
Well, what I want her to do is definitely start the GoFundMe for her one-way ticket to wherever her husband is, because even though love knows no boundaries, I say that a lot, but she could be in the same boundary as her husband, and I think that would be beautiful for her. They need it.
Yeah. So hopefully he's being deported somewhere nice. There are nice places in Mexico. Don't let the fucking media tell you different. There are beautiful places in Mexico.
You sound like Donald Trump.
No, he ain't never said that in his
He always talk about how the media lies to people and don't let the media fool you. So
he ain't never said that lie. Shit.
But also, shout out to New York Republican Representative Chris Collins, because he's also mad because he was talking about something about his mother-in-law, some other shit Trump is cutting or fucking up because they can't prove that the funds are going to the people. Why are they cutting Meals on Wheels? So the New York representative was like, my mother-in-law was on Meals on Wheels before she passed, and this is just blasphemous, and I just cannot believe that the man that our party voted up for and went up for and continues to go up for is just continuously doing this to us, and blah, 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 blah. All of them are saying the same thing. And all of the late night shows keep showing where the Republicans hosted the town halls and they walked up there, repeal Obamacare, repeal Obamacare. And the constituents was yelling, vote him out, vote him out. I was like, girl, vote the congressman out, vote Donald Trump out, vote Kerry Hilson out.
Kerry Hilson has already been voted. She's no longer on the island. Serge Ibaka kicked her off his island.
Oh, they did break up.
So she ain't on nobody's motherfucking island no more.
And he was teaching her French or some language. They had the Instagram
teaching her
video.
More than she already knew.
Oops. Teaching her vocals, stances, honey. How to stack vocals.
But anyway, I wish her the best. I want some great Kerry Hilson music in the future. But right now, Miss, you need to go on an apology tour to Beyonce.
Well, it's time for us to do the Pretty Girl Rock on to our last call.
It is finally last call. So
I'm so happy for us. This is episode 3.
If y'all have listened to the previous 2 trash ass episodes that we have recorded and made for your listening pleasure,
like 300 listens, I'm so excited for us.
You know that when we get to this point, we are about to take a shot and tell you our last thoughts, because it's last call, and that means you got to get the fuck out.
Oh wow!
So this last call. This last call is to my spirit animal, my sister in my head, my attorney when I get into some shit. I want her to secretly be in my wedding. And I want her to be my Olivia Pope if I ever get into some real shit. This last call is to Angela Rye. If you don't know who Angela Rye is...
I don't. Sorry about it.
That's fine. You about to learn. If you don't know who Angela Rye is, Google her. YouTube her. Look up these videos of her getting white people to...
Oh, I know who Angela Rye is.
Motherfucking together.
Find her. It's a compilation video of her reading the people. I love her.
On a daily basis. On CNN, on her own social media, has the time to deconstruct and walk on white people's egos and emotions with 6-inch heels. Today, she got on CNN and was debunking all these things that these conservatives are saying that, oh, well, Russia is, the silver ball and it's a distraction and let's really worry about the leakers and let's worry about this and let's look at Donald Trump's achievements. She put that shit in a blunt, smoked it, and spit on the ashes, as she does per usual. Ta-da. So my last call is definitely to Angela Rye. If you don't know who Angela Rye is, do yourself a favor and YouTube Angela Rye or Google her. You will find the slayage. And with that, I will say this. 1, 2, 3. Get up off them conservative dicks.
But they taste so good. My last call goes out to the NCAA. Shout out to the HB2 bill in North Carolina. Make sure I'm saying the right one. The NCAA has told North Carolina, Miss, you have 48 hours to get all of this shit. I know that y'all thought y'all was doing something classy and passed a little ordinance in Charlotte or wherever y'all passed one. But girl, anywhere in the state where we can find there's some anti-LGBT legislation, the NCAA won't be here until 2022. So call a vote and make the results look better than the Republicans did with their healthcare bill. Thanks. Signed, NCAA. And I just really think that even though the NCAA child is free labor because the basketball players they get their scholarships to school, but then they don't, girl, what about, I still have homework on Tuesday and I have this game. They still have to do their homework. They still have to go to all these games for free. They get their images used in PlayStation and Xbox games. They don't make any money off of that. But shout out to the NCAA saying, look, ma'am, there might be some gay people that come to our games and we want their coin. Because first of all, who has more expendable income than the LGBT community? We don't have no kids. We don't have any kids.
Most of us, not all of us. Some do have kids.
Shout out to the gay blog, Gays Dad. What is it? It's Gays with Kids I can't think of the website name right now. But there's a website about gay men who have children. I think it's called...
I want to be one of them one day. Shout out to my future baby mama out there listening.
Follow him on Instagram because that's where y'all gonna fall in love. I'm gonna be sitting there at the wedding my bro fell in love on Instagram. It's real out here. That's gonna be so Detroit for me to be sitting up there. And I'm from Memphis, so shut out. But my last call goes to the NCAA for telling North Carolina to get it together, ma'am. The sun's going to go up and it's going to come down 2 times. You need to have your steps ordered in the Lord. The right way.
Absolutely. NCAA leading and joining the charge of countless other organizations that are costing North Carolina over $10 billion annually for this HB2.
Foolishness. Fuckery.
It's not of the Lord what it is. That's what I really wanted to say. But it's not Sunday. So I didn't want to take y'all to church. But it's not of the Lord. The Lord didn't say nothing about no fucking bathrooms. And me and my God, we cuss. When we talk, we cuss. So he didn't say nothing about no goddamn bathrooms. So stop asking and doing things supposedly on behalf of the Lord. And the Lord didn't say shit about that.
Okay, child. But we do want to hear your comments. Definitely leave comments anywhere where you're listening. Which girl group do you want to see get back together? Because I'm still standing firm in my brownstone. I think after this, I'm going to torture you with a brownstone playlist because brownstone is bae. So which girl group would you like to see get back together? And should it be a 20-city tour or a one night only in Atlanta?
Trevante Rose is bae. And I'll fight y'all about it.
Thank you for listening to us. I'm at Ronald Matters. Of course, check me out on ronaldmatters.com.
And I am the Superman, TheeSupaman. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, and Backpage.
And at the bottom of the barrel. Definitely follow the podcast.
And your man's house.
Oh, wow. Follow the podcast anywhere. HereForItPod.com. HereForItPod on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of the things. And check your man's phone. We might be listed on his contacts. Thank you for listening.
Bye.
Bye for real or bye for fake? Oh, okay.